Hello everyone on this beautiful Saturday, and today I'm actually coming to you with some very good news. Finally, after this whole dump that we had down to 38,500, we actually have some good news around the corner. So strap in, and I know that it's a Saturday, and I know that you guys are relaxing and stuff, but still, markets are markets, so I really suggest watching this video from the beginning and until the end. And before I jump into some very cool news, something that actually paints a very good picture, and then we're gonna come also back to the chart. I'm gonna show you something that I see that is actually quite good, and if we have a stabilization over a certain level, that actually is going to put us back into the bull territory. So anyway, let's just jump straight into this. The only thing I wanted to show you, and that pains me so much, is that my orders over on Bybit, they still haven't gotten taken. Look at it. If you go to 15-minute chart, I mean, there was a nice pump, but unfortunately, look how close the price came to my order. Here is my order at 2,150. Right here, and the price came to 2,000. Let me just zoom this shit in because it's just ridiculous. So the price actually came to 2,167. So $17 away literally from my order. And if it would have been taken, it's quite sizable trade, so it would have been a nice profit already. But that's just what it is. But again, you know what makes me feel good is that I hold a lot of Ethereum, so if it just pumps from here regardless without taking my orders, for futures trade, I will still make good money, but I really wanted to go into this trade. But there is still a chance that the price will return to those levels, and let's just discuss everything in due time. And certainly, guys, remember about incredible bonuses that are leaving Bybit, from what I hear. So if you want to trade on an exchange that you can actually trust, and you can use my exclusive link down in the description of this video to Bybit, where you can actually claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. And this is the way how you can actually join my trading community. There is a link to it also down in the description of this video. It says it's called VIP Crypto Signals, the trading community, so it's easy to find the link. And the only way to get into it, this is where I post all of my trades and the trades of my team, and right here on the screen I will just post a video where I'm just showing a screencast of the results posted by the members, the VIP members, and it's free. The community is fully free. This is the results that we are getting and the people are getting, so you could be getting the same results by just looking at the trades we're taking. But the only way to get into it, you cannot pay for it, so the only way is if you use my link to Bybit and you register with Bybit, you deposit money into your Bybit account and you actually trade with Bybit, and then you use your UID, and there is a bot inside of the Discord that is going to actually let you in. And even if you have already an account and you signed up maybe with someone else's link, you can create a new account and do the KYC with your driver's license or some other type of an ID, and then you will have a new account under my link, and you will get access to all these bonuses in the reward center as well as the trading community. So join us immediately. Now, when it comes to good news, let's get out of the way simple good news. First good news is that we had initial jobless claims come in, and nothing spectacular, 214, nothing new. So far, so okay. Now, when it comes to PCE, the main one came in. The forecast was 2.6, previous 2.6, the actual 2.6. So it's kind of is average because we're not going down, we're still standing at the same level. However, at least we're not saying the same thing as with the CPI. And if we look at core, which arguably some could say is a bit more important, it depends on how you perceive it, but the previous reading, 3.2, forecast 3, and it actually came in at 2.9. And I told you guys to watch this. I told you a big move on Bitcoin could be coming because of this, and we actually had a very good pump. So, therefore, Mr. Spot On, you decide. Anyway, 2.9, so we're actually going faster down than the market anticipated. So this is very good in terms of Fed and what they could be doing with their next interest rate hike, and hopefully softish lending macro-wise, which is, we'll see what's going to happen, but at least short-term perspective looking okay despite the CPI read. Now, next news, which is this right here, which is a few days old, but FTX actually was to blame for $1 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin sell-off. And what FTX did, FTX's bankruptcy estate sold about $1 billion dollars worth of Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF. In the previous video, I showed you the accumulation that is quite crazy from these big companies right now that are actually accumulating Bitcoin. So for the ETFs, and there was hugest outflows were from Grayscale, and actually huge portion of it was from FTX, and that's about it. And the reason why I'm showing this to you, the reason why I think that this is good, is because of this. And actually, JPMorgan has the same kind of an outlook. Again, JPMorgan has been wrong many times before, but nonetheless, Grayscale's GBTC profit taking is likely over. And I told you this before, that, we have long-term accumulation from BlackRock, etc. It's a long-term thing. They're going to keep buying. While Grayscale's dump is short-term, because so many people were expecting, couldn't get out of Grayscale, and maybe they want to switch to some other ETF that is cheaper than GBTC. So that's why there is, this profit taking, and huge portion of it actually came from FTX, which again is very limited as to how much they can sell. They only have that much. So therefore, JP Morgan is currently saying that possibly this dump could be over. So this, at least the selling pressure from the ETF thing. So selling pressure in Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, from investors taking profits in crypto investment vehicle GBTC or Grayscale may be largely over. JP Morgan said in research report on Thursday. So the bank notes that Bitcoin has dropped over 20% in the 2 weeks following the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US, and said that profit taking in GBTC by investors who had bought the fund at a discount. Remember, you could actually buy it at a discount, and now they're selling them, taking their profits, was a main driver behind the correction. So they're actually expected about, I think the expectation was 3 billion, yeah, right here. So they actually estimated the outflow to be about 3 billion. We actually hit like 4.3 or something like this. Yeah, so given 4.3 has come out already from GBTC, we conclude that GBTC profit taking has largely happened already. So therefore, before I come back to the chart and tell you like what I want to see technically to confirm this narrative as well, overall, you need to gear up, because even the price chart is telling us the same thing, that and in combination with this, it's just a crazy combo that the only thing that could spoil it is some, black swan or some market makers that we're going to discuss as well. But that's about it, in my opinion. This is what I was telling you about as well, that this right here that you're looking at is the Bitcoin exchange reserves. And again, all-time low, going lower, lower, lower. Because why? That's right, accumulation. Retail, institutions, BlackRock, Fidelity, they keep buying. Look at the levels at the exchanges. And the supply shock from the actual halving coming up, very nice. So exchange reserves are currently at a low level of 728,000 Bitcoin just being available. Nothing else, that's it. That's all there is available. And the demand is surging after DTF approval, which it is. Grayscale sold 100,000 plus Bitcoin, yet the price remains largely unaffected, just for your information. Again, we went down to 38, now we're back to 42,000. So it's not that big of a deal considering 100K plus. Therefore, of course, it went down, but not as much as you could have thought if, we see a dump of 100K plus Bitcoins. So big institutions like BlackRock are loading up like crazy, and I showed you this chart yesterday, and users are highly interested in self-custody as well. So it is happening. And this brings me to the chart. This is very positive. And if you just in general look also a discount, again, these candles, formations, blah, blah, whatever. But if you look at this weekly candle right here, this, if we're going to close like this, and I hope that we're going to close above 42,000 in the weekly chart, and again, the week is coming to the end very soon, this is going to be a very bullish close. This again, just technicals, just formations, whatever, anything can happen. But this would be a very bullish close, and we would actually have two similar candles in a row with very we're actually very long tails, and usually for the most part it just shows accumulation, and also there is a bit of volume. So is this all after 100,000 Bitcoin sold by Grayscale? If that's the case, then this is quite powerful. And in my opinion, what is most important for us to pay attention to as of right now is this particular level, the break of which will constitute for me the return to the bull. And this is, again, we've had this spreading wedge, and we broke below it with our target being about like 37K. That's why I said, the spot accumulation in the long area is between like 37 and 38K with the stop loss at about 36K. And now look, we pumped up to 42, and actually this is where we got rejected. This is where we're going down from. So is it possible we're going to actually go down and retest this level again? And this is what I want to tell you guys. Right now, everybody's going to start realizing that these are the things that are happening, and that potentially the selling pressure from the ETF news, sell the news type of an event, could actually be coming to the end. And therefore, because of this, a lot of people are going to be longing Bitcoin here. Certainly what market makers like to do. They like to push the price a bit lower one last time to grab all that liquidity and actually then move back into the bull territory, which the bull territory again being inside of this whole formation just in general, like this whole formation we had. So back above 42. So stabilization in this vicinity would tell us that possibly maybe we would be back to the bull sooner than we expected. So that's why this level is so important. And for now, we're still in this bearish zone in between 42 and 38-ish. And therefore, I'm still sticking to my guns on Ethereum, and I'm still sticking to my orders on Ethereum. And again, this is where I want to enter. And again, once I do place a trade, I'm going to let you guys know. Remember about all the bonuses over on Bybit with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, as well as my community. And certainly, if you want to see the trades I take, and if you want to replicate the trades I take, then please check out this quick tutorial so that you know how to actually trade properly, how to use proper risk and money management, how to use Bybit, the platform itself, etc. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Crollo. Stay smart, stay very rich, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.